Hey yo, what is going on with your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and in this video I'll be covering the best budget players at every single position. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys drop a like down below, as well as subscribe if you guys are new, and comment what your favorite budget player is to use so far in the game. Even if you are, a big baller, got a lot of MC, what's your favorite budget player that you've at least used a little bit for XP? Or all of that. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is obviously we're going to go through at each position and talk about, who is great as a budget option, but I want to give one cheap budget option and then one a little bit more expensive budget option. That way we can have a little bit of a different lineup, and you can actually use both of these suggestions to make yourself a real nice squad for around, 100k to maybe like 150k MT, which may sound a lot to some people, but I'm highballing it just in case these players do rise in price just a little bit. So first off, we're going to start with the point guard position just because it makes a lot of sense. And for this, I kind of went through from Amethyst all the way down to maybe like Sapphire for a lot of these cards, and I found that my favorite cheap budget PG is actually going to be on the Clippers, which is maybe a little bit cool to some people, and it is going to be this Ruby Chris Paul. This Ruby CP3 is maybe, we saw one for like 6k. I got mine for like 4k or lower to do XP challenges, and the only bad thing about this Chris Paul is that he's 6 foot, but if you're a budget player, I still think that shorter PGs can work right now, and they've really juiced up this CP3. We got a nice 84 dropping layup, 89 mid-range, 85 three-point shot, and Chris Paul's release has a massive green window. Only thing we really can't do is dunk, but the playmaking is amazing. 90 steal, 89 perimeter defense, which is great. Awesome speed. And we have really solid badges: Gold Dimer, Giant Slayer, Pro Touch, Celebrity Finisher, Gold Quick First Step, Hot Zone Hunter, and Green Machine. Also Gold Floor General, which is nice. We have Silver Clamps, Pick Dodger, and Pickpocket, which is great. And we also have, Contact Finisher, Flexible Release, which is great, and 3 bronze badges as well. So I just think this CP3 kind of gives a little bit of everything at anybody that's a PG. And when you have a Ruby card that kind of gives you clamps, quick first step, great shooting, and pretty good finishing minus dunking, you really can't go wrong with it. Now, when it comes to our kind of bigger baller budget PG, this one's going to be at the Amethyst tier, and it is going to be the new Steve Francis. Now, Steve Francis, you're probably going to be paying somewhere around 10k for this Steve Francis, but he is an amazing card. 6'3" is a obviously great height for a PG. We have a 92 driving layup, which is awesome, 82 midi, 83 point shot, and a 95 driving dunk, which is disgusting. If you guys haven't checked out my gameplay on the Steve Francis, check him out, and oh my lord, does he put in work. We have some great playmaking. We have an 85 steal, 78 perimeter defense. May sound a little bit low, but we do have clamps on him, good rebounding, and great speed with a pretty nice jump shot. One Hall of Fame badge, which is fast break finisher, and let me tell you, it's pretty nice. This Steve Francis on the break is crazy. 16 gold badges, and really, again, in everything that we really kind of need. 16 silvers, 8 bronzes, including quick first step. You can see it on silver. 8 bronzes, including clamps, dimer, and range extender, which is beautiful. And if you wanted to, you can upgrade things like his clamps and stuff like that if you have extra badges sitting around. But I used this Steve Francis, played some pretty decent defense, but was an absolute demon on offense. Now, when it comes to our shooting guards, this is one that is a little bit interesting to me. So our first shooting guard is actually going to be a small forward that can play the 2, and he's a Ruby, and it is going to be Bruce Bowen. This Bruce Bowen is kind of that shooting guard that I recommend to everybody just because he's beautiful 3-and-D. We have an 88 three-point shot, a decent driving dunk, but a 96 perimeter defense, which I love. 6'7" too at the shooting guard is amazing. Then we have, you can see, catch and shoot, pickpocket, pick dodger, clamps, intimidator, hot zone hunter, everything kind of key that we would need. Besides, actually no, we have catch and shoot. I'm tripping. So kind of Bruce Bowen is just one of those guys that I recommend to everybody. That's a starter off budget card, because not only can Bruce Bowen play the 2 well, you can also play the 3 and just really clamps up, as well as hitting the occasional 3-point shot that you really need, as well as having a money release in jump shot 40, or the like Boris Diap, Nicholas Batum base, all that wonderful stuff. Our next shooting guard, our little bit more expensive guy, is going to be an Amethyst, who actually is a shooting guard, not a small forward, and he is on the Lakers. Let's see if you guys can guess it. I love this card, and it's not Kobe Bryant. It is going to be Michael Cooper. Now, Cooper definitely goes for a bit more MT, but I think this one for 30k is a little bit much. You can probably get him around 20. And Michael Cooper, to me, is just a slight step above Bruce Bowen. I'm doing the same thing. 83 mid-range, 83 3-point shot. Actually, it's 80 mid-range because he's got a shoe on him. An 84 driving dunk, so definitely better than Bruce Bowen. We have a 95 perimeter defense and an 85 steal, which is massive, and really good speed. 80 speed is beautiful for a 2-guard. Then we have Hall of Fame clamps, and that's the big thing that I love this Michael Cooper for. 16 gold badges, again, a lot in defense and a lot in shooting. With silver quick first step, I'm not sure if he actually has that. Normally, I haven't looked at this card in a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't get that normally, so I think it just stops at the gold badges, which are all beautiful and all nice. But Hall of Fame clamps with a good shot 3, a money jumper and jump shot, I think 28. You can't go wrong with this Michael Cooper. Great budget option for anybody that's got a little bit more MT. So coming in with our Ruby for small forward is actually going to be a really good card. This one is a demon that I know a lot of people use, a lot of people love, and it looks like he's not going to be popping up immediately. Oh, here he is, Ruby Andrew Wiggins. Now this Andrew Wiggins I love because he can kind of play the 2 and the 3. So if you're going budget with Bruce Bowen and Andrew Wiggins, you can kind of interchange them based off who you think works better, or you can just run them at whatever position and switch matchups if need be. The great thing about Wiggins is he's 6'8", which is awesome, and we have an 88 driving layup, nice 84 mid-range, 82 3-point shot, 95 driving dunk, and this Wiggins is an insane slasher. Also with Wiggins, he has jump shot 22, which is money, the Jimmy Butler jump shot. Decent playmaking. We can get him the speed boost if you wanted to, but I really don't think it's too necessary. You can see the defense, 80 steal, 80 perimeter is great. Decent rebounding and amazing speed. Also, some nice badges. A lot of them in finishing and defense, including a bronze clamps. He doesn't have any shooting badges, but because his jump shot is so buttery smooth, I've found a way to kind of get used to it and really make it work. So Wiggins, just beautiful card, and he's like 5k MT. He was a little bit more expensive over the weekend because he was available in limited, but now he's gone down. He's probably around 5k MT, and he is a beautiful option for anybody that kind of needs a small forward. And my slightly more expensive option is going to be a badged out Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson has the Rudy Gay base, which is so smooth, so nice. And he's just overall great. We have obviously good finishing. We have great mid-range, great 3-point shot, and 85 driving dunk. Again, can speed boost if you want. Great rebound, or great defense, and 80 steal and 82 perimeter. We have a solid speed. We're 6'8" again, which is nice. We have catch and shoot, corner specialist, even pogo sticks, slithery, all really nice. And a lot of silver badges. Now, the thing is why I say you want a badged up Steven Jackson is because this Steven Jackson can actually badge up and get clamps and pick dodger, things like that, which you're going to want to add. If you can find a cheap enough one that fits your budget, you can have a Steven Jackson that has the clamps, has pick dodger, intimidator, and also has range extender, which we'll see lower down here. Quick first step and range extender. With all of those added, it really makes Steven Jackson a beast and really makes him an absolute demon. Now, odds are you'll probably find one with quick first step and clamps, no range extender, and that's fine. That's the one I was envisioning for you because at the small forward, I don't think range is too necessary, but it can help if need be. Now, for our power forwards, both of these are actually going to be really good amethyst, and surprisingly from the same set, and it's going to be Boris Diap and Andrei Karolinko. Funny enough, they are right next to each other. The cheaper one is going to be Boris Diap. Boris Diap is somewhere below 9k, between 8 to 9k, and Boris Diap is just great because 6'8", the power forward is still great size. The post game is amazing, and mid range is great. The 3-point shot is great, has that jump shot 40 base, same as Bruce Bowen. So if you run Bowen and Diap together, you're really gonna know that jump shot and can green quite a bit. Has great finishing, pretty good playmaking as well for a big man, all around pretty solid defense, which is great for a power forward, good rebounding and decent speed. Also 15 gold badges really just help us out in everything, playing defense, playmaking a little bit, finishing, see the clamps, you can see the intimidator, rebound chaser, just everything beautiful that you would want on a card Boris Diap has, and he plays the power forward great. And also, again, if you wanted to, there is room to run him at the 3 if you want to as well, because he's got that silver clamps. He can space the floor a lot for you. Now with Karolinko, you're probably going to be paying somewhere between 15 to 20k. He varies depending on, when he can be used, who's trying to do challenges, all that sort of stuff, but roughly around that range. And Karolinko, 6'9" again, and you can see kind of the theme here. Boris Diap is kind of that all-around card, but that for some reason is cheaper, but Karolinko is that defensive forward kind of card that can still do his own on offense. With Karolinko, you see we have a decent 88 driving layup, a good 88 mid-range, and 83-point shot. The Zion Williamson jump shot, but has no badges in shooting, you will see. Decent dunking, good playmaking, can speed boost, but his dribbling animations are awful, so like don't worry about it. All around amazing defense, really good rebounding, and solid speed. 1 Hall of Fame badge in Tireless Defender, 14 gold, including Clamps, Pick Dodger, and Pickpocket, which is beautiful. Has Intimidator, Pogo Stick, and Post Move Lockdown. 10 silver badges as well. More defense, more finishing, things like that. Again, you could upgrade the finishing if you want to, but what I kind of like this Karolinko to be is like my 5-out guy that sits into the corner because the jump shot is still money enough to like catch and shoot and green very, very easily. So I pick up this Karolinko, have him play the defense, get the boards, and really play great. And sometimes even in limited and things like that, I use him as my starting power forward, even with my God Squad lineups, just because Karolinko is just an absolute demon. And last but not least, for our center position, it is going to be 2 Ruby centers in the game. First one being Dino Raja as our very cheap option. Dino, I love because, you know, he's like 1K MT depending on the day, and 6'11" at the center, great size. His wingspan is absolutely massive. You can see we have a good post game, an 87 mid-range with jump shot for it. Donovan Mitchell, George Mikan, that kind of jump shot, which is beautiful. A decent 3-point shot of a 60 for a center at this point in the year, but you know, you're not shooting threes with him. Great finishing stats, which is amazing all around. Decent defense, a good 84 interior, I like that. Great rebounding and a solid speed for a center right now. Also, we have solid gold badges like Rebound Chaser, we got Box, we got Contact Finisher and Pro Touch, 13 silver, 6 bronze, and everything great. Although, I would love to have a Post Move Lockdown and Intimidator boost on Dino Raja, you know, just for badge upgrade reasons. So I really think for like the 1K to 1.5K MT you're paying for Dino Raja, there is not a better budget center. But if you do have a little bit more MT and you're looking around, you know, maybe the 20K range, you're going to want to get somebody from the, what am I doing here? We want Ruby from the tip-off to East set, and that is going to be Andrea Bargnani. You can see Bargnani is going for around 15K MT, and there's a good reason. He's got the Amari Stoudemire jump shot, which is absolutely money. He's 7 foot, great post game, awesome mid-range of an 83, 87 3-point shot. So with a, you know, Mike Malone coach boost, for example, that's a, oh wait, no, not Mike Malone, Mike D'Antoni, there we go, mixing up my mics. He has a 93-point shot, or with any sort of floor general on gold, he has a 93-point shot, a good 80 standing dunk, okay playmaking, a good defense, good rebounding, but is a little bit slow. But the thing that you get with Bargnani is spacing the floor and great offense, because you can see we got catch and shoot, moving truck, contact finisher, deep fades, green machine, hot zone, hunter, brick wall even, 12 silver badges. This is where you can kind of see more of our rebounding and defense come in, as well as some finishing. And you can see we have flexible release and bronze range extender on our center. Now you can't add any badges to Bargnani, only upgrade the ones that he has, besides like range and stuff like that, which is perfectly fine to me because his Amari Stoudemire jump shot is absolutely money, green light, and this Bargnani literally is a demon. It is honestly, if I'm recommending any of the cards today for you to pick up, my 3 high recommendations would probably be Francis, Bowen, and Bargnani, because they are insane. So if you were to take this and actually make a little bit of a lineup with it, this is what it would look like. You can see we have Chris Paul at the 1, Bruce Bowen at the 2. If you're going all cheap in the beginning, you would have Wiggins here, but this is kind of just what I threw together. So we have Chris Paul, Bruce Bowen, Steven Jackson, Boris Diap, and Dino Raja as our starters. And then our bench is kind of like that offensive firepower that's coming in real heavy. Steve Francis, Cooper, Andrew Wiggins, Andre Karolinko, and Bargnani. We're really trying to just absolutely kill it with our bench, because most people's benches are worse than their starters, but we're kind of doing it opposite this time. We're going to have a better bench, that way we can absolutely manhandle them on offense and still lock down a bit on defense with Cooper and Karolinko. So let me know what you guys think about our budget options. Is there some guys you would switch out here if you had some more MT, maybe some reward cards you would add to the lineup that might make it a little bit more fun? I wanted to just do auction house cards for this, but let me know what you guys wanted to do in here. And also, if you like these kind of squad builder videos, I can do a lot more of those. You know, 50K, 100K, you know, 200K MT, you know, squad builders, and really show you guys some insane lineups that we have in the game right now. Like if you guys did enjoy, again, comment what you guys think of your lineup or what your guys' favorite budget cards are in the game. Subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.